Hi, hello, good morning. How are you, friends? So because twin flame shenanigans have been popping up in my readings, my friends' readings, because I'm friends with other tarot creators, I figured we could just do like a twin flame clarity reading for the collective. These are on sale. Link is in the bio. 24-hour turnaround. So yeah, I'm going to try to get them done. So if you're looking for something cheap, quick, right in your inbox, it'll either arrive via email or text. This is the one for you. I'm doing two versions of this reading. One for divine feminines that are no longer waiting for union. They just want to do their soul mission, move on with their life. But the one we're doing right now, this is going to be a check-in between you and your person. So we're going to do 9 cards. We're going to be looking at the divine masculine's energy, divine feminine energy, what the masculine is thinking and feeling, what the feminine is currently realizing, the current dynamic between you, what's shifting right now, where the connection is heading, and then we'll end with advice. And I'll pause the video at 1 minute and 11 seconds. What? Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to take a look at what the divine feminine energy is, what the divine masculine energy is. Ooh. And we'll just see what we got going on. This spread is so messy in the most twin flamey way possible. This is giving like somebody just snapped out of confusion and now the universe is about to flip the table. We have so many majors. If this reading is for you, baby, your life is about to change. Here we go. So the energy right now between the flames that I'm picking up on, this feels like someone waking up from a fog. For a while, there was confusion, there was emotional avoidance, and a lot of mixed signals. But something is shifting behind the scenes, and it's not doing it quietly either. So for the masculine side of this reading, we got 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups reversed, and we have the Chariot. So to me, this looks like someone who has been kind of like deep in their own internal process. They've been working on themselves. They've been trying to figure out their direction. They're sorting through a lot of emotional confusion. Now, the 7 of Cups reversed. This is a big moment of clarity. It happened. Like something friggin' clicked. A realization finally landed. For a long time, this masculine has been like overwhelmed by choices, distractions, emotional avoidance, really toxic karmic partners. But that fog is lifting, honey. And once that movement, once that realization hits, the Chariot is showing us movement. Because Chariot's about getting your shit together and going forward at full speed. This is not slow movement. This is the energy of somebody deciding, okay, I know what I need to do now. Now for the connection itself, we have the 2 of Cups and we also have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy here, okay? The connection still carries a very strong energetic bond. The 2 of Cups doesn't show up lightly, okay? This is a card of mutual recognition, soulmates. It's kind of, 333. I'm doing so good on the pauses today. But it's, 2 of Cups is like that feeling of like this person understands me on a soul level. And back in the day when Billy and I were doing endless cycles, I had many a therapist ask me, why this guy? And the only way I could describe my connection to him was he's the only one who's ever been able to emotionally hold me. I had no other reason. But the Hanged Man being here, again, Pisces energy, this is explaining why things may have felt so stuck for so long. Someone in this dynamic, more than likely the masculine, let's just call it what it is, okay? Someone had to completely change their perspective before anything could move forward. And that kind of realization can't be forced, my love. You can't do a spell for that. I'm sorry. It only happens when someone finally stops resisting the lesson. Now, for the divine feminine part of this spread, we have the Empress, we have the 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. Empress energy. We couldn't ask for anything better. Venus just moved into Aries, by the way. So what's awesome about this, and I love to see this collectively, the divine feminine has shifted from chasing answers to embodying her own value. The Empress is Taurus energy, Venus energy. She's self-worth, magnetism, confidence. But we have the Four of Cups here, okay? So this is showing the divine feminine has some emotional detachment that wasn't there before. So some of you have genuinely reached a point in this journey where you're saying, like, if it happens, it happens. If not, I'm still building my life, which ironically is exactly how I felt right before Billy and I got married. We also have the Seven of Pentacles here. So collectively, this is confirming that a lot of divine feminines have been focusing on themselves. They've been focusing on their growth, their stability, their future. In other words, you're no longer standing still. You are planting seeds for your own timeline. So what's changing in this connection? We have the Death card. All right, Scorpio energy there. This is a card of transformation. Nobody panic. So there's a repeated cycle in this connection that is ending. Now, that doesn't automatically mean that the connection itself disappears. A cycle, a repeated cycle ending in this connection is actually a really good thing. It means that the old version of the dynamic can no longer continue. The push-pull, the confusion, the emotional stalemate. Something about the way this connection has existed is being completely rewritten. The overall energy, we have the Tower, Scorpio, and the Two of Wands. This combo is wild. Someone is standing at a crossroads, literally. Some of you divine feminines may be called to work with Hecate at this time. Highly recommend. So the Two of Wands is a moment where a decision about the future has to be made. Has to. The Tower, I think, is here to serve as a warning. The Tower is here to tell us, look, if somebody doesn't make this decision, the universe is going to intervene. This could be a period of time where truths come out, realizations hit, situations suddenly shift. So for some flame connections out there in 3D, this could look like unexpected communication, hearing from them when you never thought you'd hear from them again. Someone suddenly realizing what they've lost. This could also be like a dramatic turning point in the dynamic, or this could be like a final breakthrough that changes everything. Important distinction here. The Tower doesn't always destroy connections. Sometimes it destroys the illusions around them, wakes you up. For the advice, we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Balance the energy is essentially what that's saying. The Six of Pentacles is asking you to pay attention to whether effort is mutual here, okay? And be very clear and honest with yourself about that. Real connections require reciprocity of some kind, okay? And the Knight of Wands is here, to say, like, don't sit around waiting for someone else to determine your direction. Always remember the twin flame journey is about the journey back to self. Spirit dangles the connection with another person in front of us to get our attention, to wake us up to the soul mission, to what it is that we're actually here to do. But the twin flame journey is about the journey back to self. We're not talking about a white picket fence, okay? No. So Knight of Wands is here to tell you, like, keep moving, keep living your life. Because the moment that divine feminines stop waiting, the energy often shifts dramatically. It's the power of women. So to recap, because I hate when readers don't recap. All my ADHD baddies out there. Okay, it's this for you. So right now, the twin flame dynamic feels like it's standing at the edge of a major shift. Someone is waking up, someone is no longer waiting. And when those two energies meet, the outcome can be very unpredictable. Pero one thing is very clear. The old version of this connection is not coming back. I said what I said. Whatever happens next will be something entirely new. Good luck.